coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson trying to lay one up deep. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watson off play action. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they can't bring him down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Watson on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Here's Watson. He's got Jordan complete right side. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7, Colts nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Eason sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Eason to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. A beautiful fake. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Watson now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now Eason. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there for Indy.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Hines.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Johnson.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, They've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a play fake, and it's Watson escaping the pressure right.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one.
Touchdown, Houston.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight. Seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun is Eason. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
He'll check this down to Hines. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 22, Eason. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Eason. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Eason. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent there. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, a little check down to Lindsey. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Gets it a little touch pass on the jet sweep. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Watson looks to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 21. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Watson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Eason. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Colts.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've seen what was a comfortable 21-0 lead go completely by the wayside. Now 21 all as they take over 1st and 10. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And a short gain down to about the 33. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Shrugs him off, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Eason.
This to Hines on the drop-off. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They toss it out right to Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
To throw, Watson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.